Okay, so my face has been applied and I'm gonna do a quick run through of which brushes I use when. Most people get matched to the 3D brush. It's got a pointy end and like a thick bunny end. And then you get matched to the blush and bronzer brush, and that's got a really lightly packed end, and then it's got a medium end. These two are probably what I matched you with, and the detail brush, which has got like a flat end, and I use all three. I'm going to run through how to use all three, and in an alternative if you don't have the detail brush. So I'm going to start with a 3D brush, and I'm going to use the pointed end, and the pointed end is really good for getting in the crevices of your eyes and along the side of your nose and under and around your nose. And I'm going to blend my lightest colors first with that pointy end. And here's why I love this brush, because I can flip it over and blend in the rest of my light highlight colors. So here is where I'm going to pull out my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm going to pinch the end so it forms a flat edge, and I'm going to buff in my contour. This is also the place where if you bought the detail brush, this is what I love the detail brush for, because it makes a nice sharp chiseled line, which is kind of what you want for your contour. So if you have the detail brush, it looks like this. It's got a nice flat end. This is what the detail brush was made for. And you're gonna pull your contour up. Don't ever drag it down, always pull it up on both sides. Under your chin, and that's where you drag it down, back and forth, just to blend it in, and then pull the shadow down, and then along your forehead. Okay, the very edge of it, again, if you're using the blush and bronzer brush, you're pinching it together and you can drag it along your nose. But if you do have the detail brush, this is where the edge of that brush comes in really handy. And you're just gonna take the edge and blend in your nose contour. And you can flip it over in that moment and blend in the highlight that you placed down your nose. And you can see that. It's a great shadow going on right now with my nose. This is where I'm going to take my blush and bronzer brush to apply my lip and cheek and to apply my bronzer. If you do not have this one and you only bought the 3D one, you're going to use the fluffy end for your bronzer and for your lip and cheek. So when you take your blush, and if it's already dotted on your cheek, you're just going to use the denser end, and you're going to apply your blush just above your contour. Your bronzer is going to go on with the denser end. I'm just going to tap it in. And then I flip it over and I lightly blend in my bronzer. This fluffy end is really good also of the blush and bronzer brush. If you have vanilla dust setting powder, dip it into your vanilla dust setting powder and that will set your makeup. The 3D brush is your multi-purpose tool. If you are on a budget or you just want to keep it really simple, this is what I would go for. Otherwise, I would at least do the blush and bronzer and the detail brush. You will have more flexibility with it. If you're a little extra like me, I carry around all three.